So now, I don't even want to turn anything on. That rig is off. I'm back to, both rigs are off. And let me see here. Maybe I can turn on the other one. Yeah, this is crazy. It's weird because, you know, they're actually on different circuits, but it's like there's an electrical problem where, and I've experienced this in my other house too, where if there's like a quick little blip, a little surge or something, then it causes weird little problems like that. I don't know. Sucks. So I don't know if I want to. It's not even a breaker. It's not even tripping a breaker. It's just a little dip that causes my computer to shut off. It's weird. All right. Do y'all think I should try to? So I've got, that was the 10 GPU rig. Now I've got the 6 GPU NVIDIA rig. I can try to turn that one on. I'm scared to even try it, but I really want to get to a point to where we're able to see the rig in Hashr8 OS, right? Yeah, and it's not nefarious. It's not just in this room though. It's like in other rooms too. But it could be, yeah. I mean, it could be like a bad, just a bad breaker. I haven't had the house inspected yet because it's a new construction. So we were waiting, you know, until we were in it for a while before we actually did the inspection, so that we, you know, create like a list of things that I wanted to get looked at, right? So that's what we're doing. We just haven't done it yet. All right, so here we go. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to turn on this other rig, the 6 GPU rig, this one right here. And oh, you know what I can do? Hang on a second. Let me think about this for a second. Give me just a second, because I'm gonna run an extension cord. I'll get this up. Just a second. See, this is the thing about live streams, right? So it's live, and you run, especially with like a technical live stream, you run into technical problems. So it just happens, right? So I'll be right back. All right, we're gonna be back up and running. We're gonna be back up and running in just a minute. Thanks for sticking around, everybody. Sorry about the trouble. Like I said, it's, you know, it happens live, so it happens in real life, it happens here. All right, so I have now ran an extension cord from this rig, you know, the power strip that's powering this rig, all the way to my bathroom. And it's, you know, obviously it's a heavy duty extension cord because it's got to have a lot of voltage going through it. So we should be good. Let's turn it on and let's see what happens. Actually, I turned it off with the desktop PSU in the back. All right. Hey, look at that. We didn't die. Okay, so there's several GPUs that didn't come on, that didn't power up right away, and I do experience this from time to time on this rig, and others actually. Anything that has that, it seems like all of my rigs that have the HTC, or I'm sorry, the ASRock BTC, I'm gonna get this name wrong, BTC Plus. They always have, sometimes they'll have problems with, some of the GPUs just don't fire up right away. Looks like they're all on now, so it should be good. All right. There you go. ASRock H110 Pro BTC Plus. I think that's what it is. All right, so it is still not showing up. That doesn't mean that there's really a problem just yet. I'm going to power down, doing the standard stuff that I have to do with some of these rigs. And again, we talked about this earlier with the USB drives. Sometimes, I mean, we might have to reburn it, but should be all right. But I have seen where I have to change the USB port that it's plugged into. I'm gonna try that method. See what happens. So I just changed the port that it was plugged into. USB port. I don't really want to get to a point where I have to throw a monitor on this thing just to see what's going on, but hopefully it fires up and we're good. But this is part of the thing about running a headless rig, you know, without a display. It can sometimes cause a little bit of problems with troubleshooting, especially with a new OS or a new USB. So, new image. Yeah, it's not liking it. Now, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, there's all kinds of little troubleshooting steps you can do at this point. But what I'll do is I will take a known good USB and let's see here. Let's go ahead and power the rig down. I'm going to take the one that I know works in the other rig. Seems like I might have had a problem with this particular one. Number 5 seems to give me some problems. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. So let's go with... So what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert the one that I know is good from the other rig. And I'm going to paste the... And you always get this that pops up whenever you go in there. And if you want to edit what's on there, then you always click cancel, of course. Actually, I wasn't showing you that, but... Alright, so let me go in here and I copied my token. So I got my rig token here. I'm not doing this to where you can see it, of course. Then I'm going to go and edit the F drive. In this case, it's the mining OS drive, like we did before. Went into this location here, right? The USB drive F config, where there's a token.txt and a network.txt, and we're going to edit the token.txt. I know you can't see this, but I'm pasting in the new rigs rig token. So now I have a newly saved token.txt. So then we're going to eject that. Kind of just walking back through the steps here. Now I can remove that. And we're going to try that in the rig. Now this one definitely was working on the other rig earlier, so I'm pretty confident that we'll be successful here. But this also kind of just highlights the fact that, you know, an SSD would be much better. You know, a little bit more trouble on the burning side. You know, it's not as easy to remove and all that stuff like we talked about earlier, but you can do it. Yeah, like you said, there's CCW. You have the adapters. Those are good. Hey, what's up, Mean Hash? All right, yeah, this thing might be booting into BIOS, but I mean, it was booting off the USB earlier. Just trying a couple different things here. All right, yeah, so I'd have to throw a monitor on here and see what is up. So instead of doing that, what I'll do is just fire up the other rig that worked earlier. So no, they're cheap, they're super cheap fans. I don't even know what kind they are. I don't remember. Oh wait, here we go. It came up. There we go. All right, cool. All right, so we did it. Maybe I just wasn't waiting long enough. It seems like whenever I did the one earlier, it came up within seconds, but I don't know. Maybe this one just for whatever reason took a little longer. All right, so now we see the rig in here, and honestly, that is pretty much all I wanted to cover, even though it took a lot longer than I wanted it to. That's all I kind of wanted to cover, but we might as well go ahead and press on. Maybe try to mine something. So let's try to do something here so that we can kind of walk through this here a little bit, because I'm not. Again, this is new to me, so you know I'm not. I'll have to. You'll have to help me out here. Stumble around a little bit. All right, so I think what we need to do now, we've got a rig that's online. It shows everything's good. There's a lot of different, options in here that will take more than just this video to go over. There's going to be other, how to do the overclocking and tuning and all that stuff. But for now, let's just go ahead and try to get this thing mining on something. So let's go to wallets, and then you can see in here. The way that they do the wallets, it looks like you have a wallet name could include multiple cryptos, right? I think that's the way this works. Because I added AION in here, and I believe that it was asking me if I wanted to add more. Yeah, so like right here you see add coin. So in this case, let's go ahead and add, since I was already doing AION, we'll do Rio. If it's in here. There we go. All right, so the pool, I've got some pools. I was already set up mining Rio on the rig whenever it was running the other OS. So we will just go ahead and use those same settings as far as the pool and all that goes. Looks like I was using the official pool. What it looks like. So the pool was Rio currency, and that's not in here. All right, so see, I haven't run into this before yet, previously. So we are going to have to cancel this, and then we're going to have to go to, I think, custom mining, and we're going to have to add a pool. That's what it looks like to me. I could be wrong, but I think that that's the way this is going to work. So we'll call it Rio official. We don't have a template for that. We're not going to be doing eth hash URL. So we'll go, I don't know if this is right or not. All right, let me look at live chat. Am I doing something wrong here? Okay, wait a minute. All right, so down here it looks like I got to add. Here we go. This is what I wanted to see. So this is, maybe that's the port. Paste that. Is this the port over here? I laugh at things sometimes. I know, I'm a pretty serious dude though. And I sure as hell don't know what I'm doing in here. So, CCW, help me out, man. All on that one line. Okay, so maybe this is the name. Okay, so this must be, let's go like this. Can y'all see this? 4444. Maybe this is the name. So we'll go Rio. Yeah, you can use minor rocks too, of course. Okay, so does this look right? Crypto Christopher Walken. And I will point out that this is misspelled, Chris. Contection. Put that on the list. All right, so let me go back through here. All right, that's the pool name. We don't need that. I don't know about this. Yeah. You know what? That was another thing, because I pointed that out earlier and I'm forgetting about it. I pointed out that each page has like in context help. So if you need help with something, which is so silly that I wasn't clicking that. So if you click on help over here. All right, so now it makes sense, because now I'm seeing stuff that I'm used to. But this right here, I wasn't used to seeing anything like that. So this makes sense now. All right. So I wonder if maybe this can't have a space in it. I don't know if that has anything to do with it. Choose coin. All right, got that. Hey, thanks, Shuby. Oh, my bad. It doesn't have default. Should it be login? Probably wallet, right? Yeah. Okay, so yeah. Again, let me reiterate this, because you saw how I was stumbling around because I had never been to this screen before. It's got this help that's freaking awesome, you know, so just keep that in mind. If you ever if you're on a screen, if you're on a window that you don't understand what you should be putting in there, definitely click on the little help. It's on every screen. So it's super cool. All right. What's up, Red Panda? All right, so I think that I have this correct now. I'm hoping that URL is going to work, since I added that in there. I don't know if I didn't have it on the other one, but you know, the other OS might handle it a little bit differently, so I'm going to leave it in there. All right, yeah, they've done a really great job with this help. That makes so much sense, you know. But even I'm susceptible to not clicking on help, even though it says it right there, help. All right, so let's click save here and see what happens. All right, here we go. This looks all right. Okay, so now we should be able to go back to rigs. And once you check it, you'll have the options up here that show up. Like, see how they're grayed out right now? Once you click the rig, you will be able to click the buttons. So you click on mining, and it says change wallets in rigs, Scarif, okay. We're gonna go with SavageMine. So that's not gonna work because we haven't added the wallet yet. All right, so we go back to wallets, and then we go to edit. And now we're going to, now this is the name of the, this was a little bit confusing to me at first. Yeah, Red Panda, it is free up to 3. So it was a little bit confusing to me at first because it allows you to have basically a wallet with a name, and then that wallet, which is kind of cool if you think about it, it makes perfect sense. The wallet can contain multiple currencies, right? So at least that's the way I understand it. So we are going to, so we're in this wallet, right? Did I already do that? No, okay, so that's the coin editing part, but I want to do that. So we're going to add a coin here. We're in that wallet. The name of the coin is Rio. And I guess this just lets you name it whatever you want, right? But because you still have to select the coin down here. The pool, Rio official, that's the one that we created manually, right? Under custom mining. We have to remember that if we have a problem, we will come in here and remove the stratum plus TCP off of there. All right, so the wallet address, I have that copied from the other settings. So I'll grab that. Paste that in there. The miner we'll use is, looks like it's defaulted to some for that crypto maybe. So it knows a little bit. So we're going to choose XMR stack AMD. And then save. All right, so now our SavageMine one wallet has multiple cryptos in it. So then we're going to go back to rigs. Check mark next to the rig that we want to configure. Click on mining. Choose the wallet, the coin, Rio, miner, XMR stack. And then apply to all. All right, so now it should be reloading the miner. You can see this is another thing I wanted to point out that is super cool. And I mentioned it whenever earlier in the stream, whenever I said, you know, you would think if you close your eyes and thought about all the different cool things that would be in a new mining operating system, one of them would be to not have to dig really deep to find out what's going on with a particular rig, right? So what they've done here, which is really cool, I think, is it looks like they've got a status bar over here too, like this, that just turned red, I think, for some reason. So that's cool too. I don't know. Maybe it's I didn't notice before. Maybe it's green whenever it's up and running. I don't know. But that's cool. So they've got the pool, so you can name it something else. So it looks like it pulls that name from whatever you name it. And then they've got the miner and the version here. So you don't even have to dig. You don't have to click on the rig to get into it or anything like that. It's all right here. So that's pretty handy. I like that. Okay, so there's errors on the rig. All right, so let's click on the rig. Is that what the red means? I would assume. And then we can go console. Probably do a rig log too, but something that they did that was really cool here is also that I noticed earlier is it's really easy to get into the console too. I wonder if maybe this one has. It was easy. Exit out of here. All right, so yeah, we have to go miner show. All right, so it might just be because it's XMR stack. XMR stack takes a really long time. It does say that I'm logged into the pool. I wonder if it's similar to the others where it just takes a really long time because it's XMR stack. I don't know. Has anybody else had any experience with this miner on Hashr8 OS? Let's go to notifications. GPU driver fault. Last one, yeah. GPU fault. All right, so let me look at. And they're all up and running, but let me. All right. Yeah, XMR stack just takes a really long time to come up. I really want to just sit here and wait on it for a minute. Although I mean, these errors up here are not really errors, but this information up here doesn't look too normal to me. But you know, this is going to show different information because the miner is configured in a different way than what I'm kind of used to. So it might have a little bit more information in here than I'm used to seeing. I mean, it does say GPU driver fault here, though, so I guess let's go read more. It says reboot required. All right, all right. Let's try it. Yeah, I'll definitely have to redo a stream once I'm a little bit slicker with this thing. This is all new, so I hear it firing up, so I don't know if it seems like, man, it seems like the NVIDIA rig just showed up like right away. It was literally seconds whenever I turned it on. I was like, oh wow, that was super fast. All right, so it's showing up. That 15. Yeah, it doesn't like it. It still has the GPU driver fault. number 5. It specifically says number 5, and it's both. It's that way in both of them. I'm just going to check some power cables and junk like that. Just make sure. I mean, this rig was up and running, and it was running fine. You guys saw that at the beginning of the stream. Yeah, Red Panda, I noticed that too. There's because this was, like we were talking about at the top, because this was built by miners for miners, then you're gonna see little things like that, like what y'all are talking about, where it tells you, exactly which GPU, and the error message. Whenever you have developers creating a software for developers, you won't get that. So it's one of those things. All right, so this time it didn't detect 1. Huh. Well, I don't know. I would have to... It's got one, it says red temp. Still got a driver fault. 511 degrees. What? All right. Alright, I'm going to try one more time here. I don't think we're going to get any success with this actually, but I'm going to give it one more shot. And then what I'll do is I will go ahead and disconnect this rig and plug in the other rig, and hopefully get the NVIDIA rig up and running. And then we can still use Rio for that, so it should be pretty cool and seamless. It seems to be geared around a driver. What it seems like. I don't think you would get a GPU driver fault if there was something going on with the pool, talking to the pool, because in the console it was connected to the pool. You know, it says right here, fast connecting pool, logging in, pool logged in. So I'm assuming that this part of it's fine. You know, I know it says killed here, but it definitely seems like a driver issue. Yeah, right, Red Panda. It might. Hey, this is new. This is new to me, man. I lose more and more each time, so it's interesting. It's a different error though. It just says miner cannot be started. All right. All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, 7 more to go, and then I won't have any GPUs. All right, so let's see if let's see what's plugged into here. I think I'll be able to do what I'm thinking about here. Let me give me just a second. I'm gonna disconnect some stuff and reconnect it. Power things a different way, so we don't have that power spike surge thing that happened earlier. Now, since this was the USB I was using in the original rig, and I did that copying and all that stuff, I got to go back into it and grab the... Yeah, this is that message that comes up whenever you put the drive in there. You always click cancel there so you don't mess anything up, unless you want to format it. In this case, I'm going to let me cover this up so I can get the rig token. So all I did was I went to the system info tab right here, and at the bottom there's a rig token. You need to grab that. And here. Have to go to the drive. Go into the config folder, the token .txt file, paste that. I know you can't see this. I'll show you in just a second. Pasted in. I opened up token.txt in the config folder and pasted in the token, the rig token, just a text string, into the token.txt and saved it. And now I'm going to eject that drive. And we're going to try to boot up the other rig, the Kessel rig, the one on the top here, into Hashr8 OS. Okay, got all that power situated here. So I'm thinking that this rig at the top here will come up fairly quickly here. See you later, Yashnik. Alright, so I'm going to use that video description, Red Panda, like we talked about before. Yeah, that's a good one. Clickbait. Yeah, I was really surprised. There was... Who did that? Was it... Chris, was it y'all that did the poll? One of y'all did a poll, and it was a really surprising amount of people are still using Windows to mine with. And I was shocked. Completely shocked. I was like, why is anyone using Windows? But, I mean, if you're spec mining, then maybe. Because, you know, sometimes the stuff can get a little bit easier. You know, running the miner on Windows, I got all that. But man, if you're mining something that's been out for a while and is available on literally any other OS, I don't know why anyone would mine on Windows. I just don't. I mean, there's people out there that have created scripts that you run, you know, that modifies everything so that it's pretty stable and doesn't do the Windows updates and all that stuff. But we've seen all those problems that you run into, even though all that stuff is set, you know. So yeah, it's just crazy. I mean, if you have a desktop machine that you mine from, then obviously, I mean, it's not a rig. You're not going to boot off of, you know, a mining operating system drive and you know, for your desktop PC. But man, if you've got a rig, I don't know. All right, so it looks like we are up and running here, mining AION. It looks like we got power over there. Everything looks pretty good. That's actually a pretty high souls per second there. Not bad. All right, so if we wanted to change this rig into Rio, for example, we have to go to, this is the dashboard, so I think we go to rigs. Actually, we should be able to do it from here. So you click on the little checkbox here, maybe. Yeah, so you click on action here and then click on, you can do it either order, I guess. You can, as long as you've got a rig selected that you want to configure, then you click on action and then mining. I suppose you would choose yes here. Like that. So we want to switch over to Rio. Alright, so here's the problem though, because remember we configured Rio with the XMR stack miner, which is AMD only. So, or that one that we selected was AMD only. So now what we have to do is go to custom mining. I think miners. Nope. Nope, that's not what we need. We need rigs. It's probably not it either. No, because that's going to get me right back to where I was. Okay, so what do we need here? Miners. Must be coin. So custom mining. Now, I guess I have to. I'm watching you, Chris. Chris, just a second. The wallet. Okay, so here we go. So edit, and then edit miner. So we have to add a miner here. So we're going to add. We'll go with the latest version of NVIDIA. XMR stack NVIDIA. So I want to stick with XMR stack, so we're going to choose that one. Save. So this is part of that, a little bit of a slight learning curve, you know, for, okay, if you want to add a miner, you have to add it to the wallet, right? So you kind of have to just, I don't know, this is definitely a little bit of a learning curve there for that. Now we should be able to go to rigs. Or we could go to dashboard, whichever. And then click on checkbox, action, mining, okay, Rio, and you see now it doesn't have that little asterisk next to it. So it knows that there's a miner in there. We're going to choose XMR stack. And then apply to all. Okay, so now you see it changed here. Rio official, XMR stack NVIDIA. So we should see something pretty good here in a second. Yeah, there's a lot to this. I mean, if you get over into this little area with the console, the miner log, settings, overclock, all this stuff, tuning, there's a lot of, and then actually going into the rig, you know, you go to here, there's a lot of stuff you can do here, tuning, execute, here's the BIOS stuff. I would imagine on AMD it's probably lit up. I don't know if maybe there's something else I'm missing that I need to get that, but there's nothing not selectable. Maybe I could click help. Yeah, so you can download and upload vBIOS video card for $470, $580. Maybe you can use what we're talking about over there with the NVIDIA. Maybe that can be done from execute or the console, maybe. All right, so it sounds like it is up and running. I don't know. See, I can't compare this to the other OS as far as, because that's what I was trying to do with this rig down here, was go from one OS to this one, and I can't do that because I didn't document like what this was getting before, you know, like a nice before and after look. Right here is your console button, or link. I would say it's a button. And then we'll go log into this. And it's nice because it immediately shows you the available commands that you can use in the console. We're gonna go miner show. Or you could do rig status, but miner show is the actual miner, and rig status is like this other little display that's actually pretty cool as well. Let's do that real quick. Rig status. So this is nice. And then Control C to get out of there. And then you can go, I think it's rig help to get back to the available commands, and then you can go miner show, see what the miner is up to. I don't know if you can Control C out of there. No, or maybe. Yeah, so it actually stops the miner and stuff. So, or restarts it. Because I shut it down by hitting Control C, so it just restarted it. So that's another bonus. You see that it just immediately restarted the rig, or restarted the miner and started mining again, so that's good. All right, let's see here. You wanted me to show you the tuning. So if you go to mining settings. Okay, so I got to remember that that's where that's at as well, because I think I went a different way before. But over here you got tuning, and tuning you have the overclock settings. This has got a lot of little cool little things in here. It makes it a little bit easier. It looks like it defaults to select the very first one, so you got to just remember about the check boxes and stuff with that, what you're actually you know, editing here. I just found a little bit of a, yeah, that's kind of like a little, not a bug, but a interface issue there. If you select multiple checkboxes here and then try to select them all, it won't let you. So, but if you go here and click it, then it selects all of them. I don't know if that's by design or not, but yeah, it looks like if you select more than one, then you can't go and say, hey, I want to select them all instead. It won't let you. Okay, so not a big deal. All right. All these settings are from before. Let's see, actually no. Okay, so these OC settings, that's one thing I think that they're going to work on, is being able to set the overclock settings based on the algo, because as you can see right now, these are all for the Equihash 2109 for mining AION. That's where these settings are from. So that's why everything's kind of goofy in here. So let me go ahead and go back over here, and we are going to put this rig back on AION. It was actually getting pretty decent hash rate, or souls per second here, or yeah, hash rate, kilohash, with those settings. So yeah, that's a solid intro there, CCW. Yeah, just those three things. Yeah, that would be funny. Don't have to say anything else. All right, so this rig is back on AION, so it's going to make a little bit more sense now as far as tuning goes. And somebody was saying to put the mean hash, you're saying to put a target temp in here. I didn't see it. What is that? I mean, I know what it does, but it didn't seem to matter before. So I mean, I'll put it in here. I'll put it. I think I had it at 60 before. Let me do. I'll have to do each one individually though, because the way that the overclock settings go. So you kind of have to pay attention to what you're doing in here, because you'll overwrite overclock settings pretty easily the way that they are set up now. So I can see right here that this is 1070 Ti, so I think that this one and that one has the same overclock. Actually, they don't. See, they have different, because I was doing a little bit of goofing around and testing earlier. I think that I want to change this one to the same one. It doesn't matter though. I'll just go one by one. So we'll go target temp 60, apply, and you can see it get added right here. And we'll do the same thing to each one. I know I'm probably doing this the hard way, but what I discovered earlier was if you select more than one, you know, it's going to have all the blanks, all the spots are going to be blanked out, and you'll overwrite the settings. So I'm just going one by one. All right. Now, and it shows you here with the little asterisk that it shows you that some settings have been edited, and that you haven't hit update rig yet, right? We're going to click update rig. Yeah, as far as social media goes, I say that sometimes in my videos. I try to keep it simple. I'm only on Twitter and YouTube, and I have a Discord, but it's not very active. I mean, I have the server and people can contact me there, but that's it. I try to keep it as simple as possible. I mean, no, you know, Instagram and anything else like that. All right, so this is back up, looks like. So yeah, this is pretty slick. I like it. I do like it. So some future roadmap type stuff that might be coming up. I mean, Christopher Walken's talking about you know, CCW, whatever, however you want to, Walken, I think some people call him. Walken is talking about there's going to be some user interface changes. That's, I mean, I don't know what they're going to change to make it better. It's already pretty good, so I don't know what that's going to be all about. Hopefully it'll be good changes, right? I'm sure that the community will let him know if they disagree. So that is something, you know, it sounds like they're going to let the community kind of be involved in how this looks, how it operates, the different features and stuff, which I like. That's a solid, you know, plan there for that to happen. It sounds like they're going to work on some other features that are in some other operating systems, such as PXE boot. You know, being able to boot off of the network, you know, to a single drive, like multiple rigs can boot. You know, execution environment, I think. PXE boot. So that's coming up, I believe. They're also talking about possibly some FPGA support. They already have ASICs. I don't cover ASICs because I don't have any. But they're talking about some FPGA support. So as far as, you know, things coming down the line, I'm sure that maybe Walken might be talking about some other stuff that might be coming down. But my thoughts on Hashr8 OS are, you know, one thing I like about it is that I believe that it's mostly developed in the USA, which I like that because some of the operating systems aren't. I can't think of another one that is, to be honest. I mean, there's probably some smaller ones. But I think at least most of the team is in America, so it's considered USA, made in the USA. I do like the interface on both web and mobile, although we didn't even go and I didn't show you what it looks like on mobile. Let's do that since we're here. I will have to launch. Let me get over here and launch some stuff because I have to get back in there. Because my machine crashed a couple times, as you know. This is probably going to slow down my computer a lot here while this thing launches. And it might not even work. All right, it's trying to launch. We'll see if that comes up. All right, it did. So here is the Hashr8 OS app here. So I think I will be able to, hopefully I'll be able to log on to this thing. And get this over here. I do have 2FA enabled, two-factor authentication, so I have to look at my phone here for a second. I'm just signing in. So this is what it'll look like on your mobile, which I pointed this out earlier. I was like, you know, I mentioned how the interface is pretty slick between the two between the web and mobile. So it's actually really cool. They've done a really good job with how it's organized and everything, from what I can tell. I haven't been in here much to play around with it, but click on that. Looks very similar, but it actually looks slicker, right? So I think that you know, it pulls the information from the web, obviously, because it has all the same information, but it organizes it in such a way that is pretty clean, in my opinion. I do like this, you know, a lot. This is solid. All the important info right out here at the front. Can't click on everything. It looks like there's not, like on the web interface, you know, you click on the bell to get to your messages. Looks like maybe you'd have to go into the rig and then go to notifications, maybe. Yeah. So, you know, a couple more clicks here or there to navigate around. It's not exactly the same as far as that goes, but it does show you that you do have messages or notifications, so that's good. You know, you can see on this front screen. That's kind of nice. And besides the whole interface being, you know, consistent and across the different platforms, mobile and web, they also, I also like that the team is listening to the recommendations from the community, and they vow to implement what they can. You know, we see that in the chat right now, how we're going back and forth talking about, you know, what about this and what about that. I like that. That's cool. Being able to discuss things with the team like that, because it's nice to have that kind of interaction. So from me, what you're going to see is you'll probably see some more videos. You'll probably see me move at least one rig over to Hashr8 OS permanently, and we'll just see. I don't know what will happen. This has been a heck of a night though, because all those power problems. It didn't look good at first, but that was all on me. You know, just the situation I got going on around here. So let me check the chat, see what you guys are talking about, and then I'm going to end it because I have work tomorrow. All right, let's see here. We got mobile notifications. I think that yeah, it was a hell of a stream, all right. It was more than, yeah, this one. So it looks like, all right, so for the Hashr8 guys that are in here, it looks like what's going to happen is there'll probably be at least 2 streams. It might be 3. I don't know how many it's going to actually do. So what I'll, you know, this was like a test run, you know, and like a first look kind of thing. I will, you know, redo this and do it in a little bit cleaner, you know, shorter, condensed, or more dense information, a little shorter video, because it's really, I understand, you know, I understand that it's hard for you to say, hey users, check this out, you know, SavageMine did this video on this part, especially without time stamps and all that stuff. I get it. So I'll put together some more dense, shorter videos, you know, and get this thing covered pretty well. So so don't think that you have to point people to this video, because this one's, you know, this one was kind of shot. But yeah, we'll figure it out. I'm excited. This is you know, like I said at the top, it's hard whenever your stuff is already working, right? It's a hard draw. There's a lot of other folks that have first mover advantage, so you have to really have features and quality and things that are desired in those other systems to pull the users away from those other systems, right? So it's a challenge. It's definitely a challenge, and I commend you guys for going after it, because y'all are really going hard on it. You know, there's little and it basically is going to come down, in my opinion, it's going to come down to little things, right? Like little nuances in the whole interface, and little small changes that miners like, that developers don't necessarily care about or understand, right? I think that's gonna be what sets it apart. Now, you guys know all this. I'm not telling you anything you don't know. You already have you know, figured that you have well displayed that is what you're going after, is those little changes and those little capabilities that are missing in other systems. So I think that you guys are on the right track for sure. Just my opinion, you know, that's what you get here. It's just my opinion. So no sponsored content or anything like that. You guys know that. But I'm definitely impressed. You guys have done a great job. This is really, really cool. I look forward to seeing the updates and what's going on with that. And I don't know, I was going to actually say earlier that this was beta, but I saw that in Discord, but it was a little while back, so I don't know if you guys do you guys still consider this a beta, or is this like ready for release? Because I think that maybe what I was looking at was like older information, right, in Discord. So let me know if I should call this a beta or not, because I don't think I should, because it's in the wild, right? And it works. You know, there's little things here or there, but all of the OSs have that. So just let me know if it's considered beta or not. Okay, so soft launch, that makes sense. Just kind of like, hey, here it is. Not really, probably not promoting it too much, I guess. Just get more people, so that you can have more data on how things are working and what's not working and what is working and all that stuff. I get it. Cool. Yeah, it was just something I saw, and I think it was only about 2 weeks ago that I think that I went back through Discord and was looking for some information that I saw. I think it was you, Chris, that actually called it beta, but again, like I said, it was, you know, at least a couple of weeks ago. So yeah, I think that the collecting the data from users is important, and you know, hey, listen, if you want me to not post this video, I won't. I mean, I'll just save it or whatever. So let me know. I mean, obviously the people watching it saw it, but yeah, let me know about that. Other than that, you know, if there's like something, well, actually, no, that wouldn't make sense. It would make sense to just leave it live or leave it out there, because anyone can download it and use it now, I guess. So the launch was Monday. Well, Bear Man said so. Yeah, so that's fine. I'll just leave it like that. But like I said, I'm gonna do other videos and kind of clean it up, make it a little bit better. So it's tough doing the live thing, you know, because you run into little problems like what we had. Man, you should have seen my face whenever I hit that power button on that rig and all the power went off. Not all the power went off, but the computer went off. That was what was important. You know, the lights and everything stayed on. It didn't trip a breaker or anything. It just was just enough to have the computer shut down. So you should have seen my face whenever that happened. I was so mad. I was hitting myself in the leg and everything. I was like, I can't believe this, because I used to have a lot of problems. I used to have streaming problems where it would just lock up during a stream, and come to find, after months of troubleshooting, just off and on, I discovered it was actually a bad RAM stick. So that took a lot of troubleshooting, because it would only do it during the stream. So it was really hard to troubleshoot. And I just got down, I repasted I thought it was overheating. I repasted the CPU. I, did all kinds of other troubleshooting. Then I started pulling memory out of it and just leaving, swapping out the different kinds of, swapping out the memory in there, and using different types of RAM and everything. And ever since I've got the 2 sticks that are in there now, I haven't had that problem. So whenever I hit that power button on that rig and it shut my computer down, that was the first time in a really long time. And Shuby, I know he's gone now, but Shuby can attest to that. Like, it has been a really long time since I had those problems. So yeah, it sucks. So I'll clean it up. Yeah, I'm not drinking Fireball tonight. That's tomorrow. So tomorrow I'm doing, today is Thursday, right? Yeah. All right, so tomorrow is Crypto Fireball Friday. So tomorrow night at 9:30, I'll be streaming again, and I'll do, what I'll probably do is maybe I'll even do more Hashr8 OS content, maybe some other little details. I don't know. Maybe you guys can send me what, like if there's something, let's say that there's something that is always hitting y'all up in Discord that you would like to get a video on or something. Just let me know, and I'll try to put something together. You know, let me know what you'd like to see. I'm just checking into the chat here. It's kind of funny because there's still 16 people in here, so I don't really want to end it. But this segment has been actually going for an hour and a half almost. Yeah, so I drink Fireball and sweet tea, if you're not familiar. It's not really a known drink, I don't think. It's called, I call it fire tea, but I don't know if that's like a thing or not. But if you like sweet tea and Fireball, put them together. It was really good. I had somebody ask me if I was an alcoholic too. I'm like, no. I rarely drink, and the only reason I even do that, you know, on Fridays is just to hang out with you guys and chat and have a drink and talk crypto and stuff, and that was it, you know. So, no, I haven't enabled super chats yet. I don't know what y'all are talking about. Yeah, in case you haven't been on one of my streams that I talk about it, the problem I'll just reiterate real quick. The problem that I have with super chats is YouTube takes 30%, like they're saying in the chat there, and it's not that by itself is like what you know, what bothers me. What bothers me the most about it is that they don't tell you. So if you are a donator, if you're trying to donate to someone in super chat, I don't think that there's anywhere in there other than maybe initially whenever you first, how would that work? Maybe whenever you put in your information, like your payment information, it's possible. Maybe they do have some type of you know, verbiage in there that tells you that they take 30%. But whenever you're actually doing the super chat and you're doing the donation, it doesn't mention it. And I'll give you, I'll tell the story again. There was a not-for-profit group that did a stream, and I don't know the names of any of it. I just remember the story vaguely. They were doing a stream to raise money for a charity, and they had a goal of something like 1,000 or whatever it was. And so they hit, the thing was that once they hit their goal, they were going to end the stream, right? So they did a stream, they did a YouTube stream, and they raised, they were looking to aiming to raise, like I said, $1,000. So they got to 1,000. They're like, hey, everybody, thanks for whatever. You know, thanks for donating. We reached our goal. We're going to donate it to this charity. They need $1,000 for whatever reason. Blah, blah, blah. Long story short, you know, then they end up looking at their bank account and finding out that they only had $700 out of the 1,000 that they had, what's the word? Pledged to that charity, right? So now they had to, you know, I guess that they had to break out $300 out of their own pockets to actually meet the pledge. So I'm sure that they worked something out, but that's just my point, is that something like that can happen, you know, and I mean, 30%, that's a lot. To me, that is a huge amount. If you donated $100 to someone, they get $30 of that. That's just crazy to me. That's just nuts. So it probably, you know, I've talked about this before. It probably hurts my channel because it's not enabled. It's like a somewhat silent protest, but because I'm saying YouTube and Super Chat and all that on the same stream, you know, and they're running their algos on everything that gets said, it's how my videos probably just don't show up, you know, that often in lists and things like that. So yeah, right on, Chris. Thanks, man. What's up, Secret Recipe? Haven't seen you in a while. So that's my spiel on why I don't enable Super Chats. I do have some links or some addresses in the description. I don't need donations, guys. I don't. I'm going to keep doing this stuff as long as you guys keep showing up. I'll keep doing content. It's not going to bother me that bad, you know. So one way or the other, I don't survive on donations. There is a BTC address. Hey, if you want to donate a BTC, that's cool. But anyway, yeah. So I do have those addresses in the description there. There's several. I think I have a few. Yeah, Secret Recipe has been in here before. I think I at least talked to him on Twitter. I think he's been in my streams maybe a while back. Yeah, I'm gonna have to end this pretty soon, though. I'm tired, I'm exhausted, and I have to go to bed. So I'm gonna probably end it here in a few minutes. I do like chatting with you guys, though. Oh, right on. Well, congratulations with the new job there, Secret Recipe. Yeah, right on. Thanks, Nefarious. I appreciate that, man. And like Chris said, all 3 videos. It might be 4. Actually, I think, didn't you say that there were 4? 4 different streams? Yeah, I'll have to clean that up. I don't know how. Maybe I can combine them in some way or something. Thanks, Red Panda. I'll see you later, man. Yeah, this has been fun watching me flail about with these rigs and stuff. Losing power and whatnot. All right, yeah, I'll end it here. See if I refresh this if if it comes up with 3 different ones. Actually, they're not going to show. That's right, because of the way I've got it set. So yeah, I'll have to clean this up, and maybe I can combine it and just download the videos and combine them and kind of edit it, turn it into more of a posted video or something. So yeah, I'll figure it out. I will do something cool. All right, guys, I appreciate it. I will see you next time again tomorrow night at 9:30. I'll try to get my powers situated. Actually, I won't really be turning rigs on or off, I don't think. So I will do the Crypto Fireball Friday, and I think I still have some Fireball left. And yeah, we'll be good. We'll have some fun tomorrow night. I'll see you guys then. Thanks so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. You guys are awesome. Thanks to the Hashr8 team for showing up. That was super cool as well. Those guys are all over Twitter and stuff like that, so make sure you follow them over there. And their Discord is, you know, obviously off the chain. So I haven't used that term in a long time, off the chain. Yeah, so anyway, I will see you guys tomorrow night. Stay savage, everybody.